At that particular time in my life, I was drinking, and drinking very heavy. So I came here to see whether or not I can get some assistance from the VA. And they were all too eager to help me. Okay, we can remove these stems here because they're going to be down into the soil. So when you see them like this, just pull them off and put them down in there. I've always had an interest in gardening and farming because I came from a farm originally via Virginia to Newark. The Newark Housing Authority had a project where they were sending veterans and senior citizens to this Master Gardening course. And I went there, and it was kind of easy for me due to the fact that I had originally came from a farm and I knew a lot of the things, but the technical aspects I wasn't aware of. It's been a privilege for me to share some of the information and stuff that I learned from the Master Gardeners course. When we showed some of the veterans some of these things who never knew what a seed was about, other things like that. Like I said, it was a privilege to pass this knowledge on to them.
Thurston is a certified Rutgers Master Gardener, and then he started to do some work here at the VA to just do the handling of a certain courtyard here. Okay, I want to plant some things. Is that okay with the VA? They said yes. The program started to grow. Thurston continued on the grounds here. He has been doing the gardening, the raised beds, and he worked really hard with the VA administration to get a grant to build this greenhouse. And so Thurston is the crew chief. He's the boss of the greenhouse. He makes everything happen. He knows what to order. He knows what needs to be done. Without Thurston, this program would not be here today.
My main goal was sobriety. And when you're working with seeds and plants and stuff, it gives you the ability to reflect back on what brought you here. I've been sober for 8 years, and this particular program here and this gardening aspect had a lot to do with it. I didn't have to battle this out in the streets or anything, so that's one of the main things that I've accomplished. Get stronger, and basically that's it in transplanting. Hopefully a lot of our guys have taken this experience on and did other things with it, you know. A lot of guys are going out to the community, getting jobs or cutting grass, and this particular program that we have here, some of the guys are going to go out there and get landscaping jobs, you know.
The goal is not only to have a healthy community in terms of the environment on our grounds, but the surrounding community. And he said, the whole idea of being a master gardener has been so significant to my recovery that I'd like to see that support be provided for other veterans. I'd like to see us offering a master gardener course here on the campus, and I'd like to be part of mentoring other veterans who might find this as helpful to their recovery. So the approach was different. Now the veterans saw an opportunity, in the case of Thurston, to really come forward and say, this is what I need, and it's worked for my recovery, and the team really supported his efforts, and I think this might help other people.